Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing well on this day that the Lord has made for us. Okay, we are still in the book of John. We have made it to chapter 6. And if you have missed the review of chapter 5, search and it is there. Hopefully you will see it if this platform has made it visual. So if not, I apologize, but I work with what I have. And with that being said, let's begin in chapter 6 of John. After these things, Jesus went over the Sea of Galilee, which is the Sea of Tiberias. And a great multitude followed him because they saw his miracles, which he did on them that were diseased. And Jesus went up into a mountain, and there he sat with his disciples. And the Passover, a feast of the Jews, was near. When Jesus then lifted up his eyes and saw a great company come unto him, he said unto Philip, Whence shall we buy bread that these may eat? So he asked Philip, where should we buy bread so that the people will eat? And he's addressing him with a great multitude, it says. In verse 6 it says, And this he said to prove him, for he himself knew what he would do. So Jesus already had in mind what he was going to do before he asked Philip. And Philip answered in verse 7, 200 penny worth of bread is not sufficient for them, that every one of them may take a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said unto him, There is a lad here, which have 5 barley loaves and 2 small fishes. But what are they among so many? And Jesus said, Make the men sit down. Now there was much grass in the place. So the men sat down, in a number about 5,000. And Jesus took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed to the disciples, and the disciples to them that were sit down, and likewise of the fishes as much as they would. Verse 12. When they were filled, he said unto the disciples, Gather the fragments that remain, that nothing be lost. Therefore they gathered them together and filled 12 baskets with the fragments of the 5 barley loaves, which remained over and above unto them that had eaten. Then those men, when they had seen the miracle, so this is, I believe, the 4th miracle. We're going slow, but I do believe it's the 4th miracle, because the first miracle was the wine. The second miracle was the man at the porches that couldn't get in the water. The third miracle was the man child, and then this miracle where he fed 5,000. So that's the 4th miracle. So this book of John said there would be 7 miracles. So we have 3 more to go. And so in 14, let's begin that again. Then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Jesus did, said, "This is of a truth that prophet that should come into the world." When Jesus therefore perceived that they would come and take him by force to make him a king, he departed again into the mountain himself alone. And when even was now come, his disciples went down unto the sea. So it was saying when the evening came, his disciples went down unto the sea and entered into a ship and went over the sea towards Capernaum. And it was now dark, and Jesus had not come to them. And the sea arose by reason of a great wind that blew. So when they had rowed about 25 or 30 furlongs, they see Jesus walking on the sea. And drawing nigh unto the ship, and they were afraid. But he said unto them, "Be not afraid." Then they willingly received him into the ship, and immediately the ship was at the land whither they went. The day following, when the people which stood on the other side of the sea saw that there was none other boat there, except that one whereinto his disciples were entered, and that Jesus went not with the disciples into the boat, but that his disciples were gone away alone. The people looking for Jesus. 23. Howbeit, there came other boats from Tiberias nigh unto the place where they did eat bread after that the Lord had given thanks. When the people therefore saw that Jesus was not there, neither his disciples, they also took shipping and came to Capernaum. So they still on the search for Jesus. Seeking for Jesus, they got into boats and went to Capernaum. The people did. And when they had found him on the other side of the sea, they said unto him, "Rabbi, when camest thou hither?" It's like, when did you get here? Verse 26, Jesus answered them and said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, you seek me not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled." So they were hungry. 27 says, "Labor not for the meal." So labor not for the food which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life. That meat, only kind of meat that he can give, which the Son of Man shall give unto you, for him hath God the Father sealed. Then said they unto him, "What shall we do, that we might work the works of God?" Jesus answered and said unto them, "This is the work of God, that ye believe on him whom he sent. And there's a verse reference James 2:22. Let's see what that verse says. James chapter 2:22 says, "Seest thou have faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect." I think that we're gonna stop there, and I hope that you have learned something. I most certainly have. And continue to read, continue to pray, continue to be encouraged. Fear not. Until next time, God willing. Thank you.